Okay, so I've got a flash in my hot shoe on my camera here, and I'm going to pretend it's like your Vivitar 285s for those who have those. So I can't really swivel, I can just do the bounce. So what I'm going to do to try to do some indirect lighting here is I'm going to go ahead and bounce off this white card here, and that way I can try to light this with sort of a similar idea. So the white card is basically where it was when I was shooting with continuous light. So I'm going to do it here with this setup. And I'm just going to kind of see what my results are and kind of adapt to it as I shoot. Because I am at ISO, I'm going to change my ISO here to 100. Actually, I'll do 1 to 50 because I know this camera can do that. Okay, so the flash is on. The flash is ready. It's in bounce mode. I'm going to fire it off at full power, and we're just going to kind of adapt. So here we go. I don't really need to worry about the triggering from the laptop or the computer at this point, or remote, because the flash is going to freeze my motion. Whoa, it went right through the foam core and hit me. So I'm looking at that, and it's brighter at the bottom. It's overall not too bad. It's actually a little bit much in the way of light. I've got a little bit of, let's see, no true blown out highlights. I'm in pretty good shape at ISO 100. However, I can see the background a little bit here, so I'm going to see if I can power it down. So I've got a little button here on the back, and I'm going to go ahead and, let's see, down arrow. So I'm going to take it down one stop, and let's just see what happens. So I'm starting to like it a little bit better. I've got plenty of separation with my flash here bouncing off that white card. It's just a little bright at the very bottom. So I'm going to try and move some things around to allow me to compensate. Now I'm not so worried about the window or the ambient light. So I'm going to take this flag here, and I'm going to go ahead and just kind of put it in place to lower some of the area below. And let's just see what happens. Now that made it so it's not nearly as strong. So I'm just playing with modifying the light. The flash is bouncing off the card the same way the continuous card light was, more or less. Yeah, the angle's different, but I'm using the flash to my advantage. I'm gonna see if I make the top not as dark either, because I'm getting a little bit of light showing me the backdrop. So let me see what I can do about that. I'm actually going to try lowering this top part right here. Don't need it quite so high. And let's see if this combination helps. Oh, I'm so close. I kind of wish I had a little bit of light coming in from the other side. So I'm going to see if I can just get myself a tiny bit of a fill. So I'm getting a little extra bounce. So let's try that. Oh, there we go. Now I've got some good separation, got some bounce. I just used some reflective white printer paper there. So I used the white printer paper, just like some cheap photo paper. It's reflective. And I'll just kind of keep that in place there. That's kind of a nice look. Now the other side is more hidden. So let me see if I can get a little bit of bounce on the other side here to play around with. It's starting, that little left edge is got some better separation. Now I'm liking it overall. So what I'm doing right now is I broke it down to make it simpler, and I just have the black backdrop and I have our apparatus here in the front. And I just shot without flash just to make sure that I'm not going to record any ambient light. Because now this is what it's going to look like if I don't do anything to light the subject. It's going to be pure black. So now I'm going to kind of bring it back up with flash to light it. And let's see if I can make it even simpler. So I'm going to start off with 2 bounce cards on the side, and I'm going to see what that does. I've got basically my main over here, and it's bouncing around into these other sides. They're helping me get some bit of rimming. So I can kind of, without getting it in the shot, I'm going to direct that just a little bit there to see if I can get more reflection in. Now my flash is all inside. I've got a little bit of a roof. Let's see what that does. Oh, that really kind of gave me some good separation. I actually can see the lettering on the inside, which I'm not thrilled about, but I suppose I could retouch that if I had to. But you can kind of see I really have good separation and stuff just with this setup. So this is a pretty good one that I've created right here. As far as any kind of flagging goes for the background again, I mean, I am having less flash that hits the background because I'm essentially using the board to direct the flash more down. So that's helping me quite a bit. I can try and have it a little darker in the front by if I put this piece of black foam core in here. I hold that into place essentially. So yeah, that made it so that it's not quite as strong on the bottom. So overall, I think I've had more success with this setup right here that I have.